Shocking news from the streets of art TikTok, as popular Muse and art enthusiasts blatantly betrayed the very same art community that supported them and seemingly skyrocketed their accounts to internet virality and TikTok quote-unquote celebrity status after they partnered and promoted a generative AI model to create a drawing with their likeness.
And honestly, I think it's the perfect 2025 metaphor. The influencer who looked like she belonged in a 16th century portrait is now partnering with one of the biggest tech companies in the world to promote AI. You couldn't script this. But what I think it really says is that we're at this cultural breaking point where even the people who represent humanity online don't feel the need to protect it anymore.
Alana, who goes by Alana28 on their respective social media accounts, is a TikToker with over 1 million followers and a whopping 53 million likes and counting. Alana makes unique videos where they dress up as a medieval maiden and has plenty of videos cosplaying different outfits inspired by medieval fashion and art. People seem to notice Alana's uncanny resemblance to a model from a Renaissance painting and started leaving comments about their looks and facial features. Among this long list of commenters and fans of Alana, who was already blowing up and going viral on TikTok, was a comment that said Alana looked somewhat easy to draw judging from their TikTok videos.
You look so drawable. I would love to be drawn.
This will be comment and little video somehow landed on the For You page of artists and other pen cover munchers of the art community on TikTok, and a massive trend of fan art of Alana followed right after. Alana received wave after wave after wave of videos from artists who all eagerly joined in on the trend, drawing Alana in a plethora of art styles, all of which looked absolutely amazing and remarkably beautiful. Each drawing seemed to look better than the next, and all captured Alana in their Renaissance glory and medieval maiden virtue. Alana continued to post more videos on their TikTok account and was also actively engaging with the art community on both TikTok and Instagram, leaving comments under artists' posts thanking them for all the magnificent drawings and heartfelt paintings they continuously made, while also sharing all the fan art with their audience. Everyone was seemingly happy. This unofficial mutual agreement seemed beneficial to both parties involved, since while Alana was going viral with each video posted, and also since all the fan art was indirectly promoting Alana's account to a new audience, Alana in turn was also helping artists as well, sharing their art and putting new eyes on their art, if you will. This symbiotic relationship was doing well for the most part until this happened.
Let's use Meta AI to imagine me as a Renaissance painting.
Well, that was a rather unfortunate turn of events. So apparently, Alana had a collaboration with Meta AI and used their AI generative model to generate a painting in the style of the old masters and Renaissance painters with their likeness and features. This was then promoted to both Alana's audience and Meta AI enthusiasts as a way for them to try out making art for themselves. Well, as you would expect, this collaboration ended up in the forefront of the art community, and artists in fact did not like it one bit and immediately started calling Alana out under their posts and in every single comment. We made the wrong person famous. No matter the apologies, you backstabbed all artists who drew you. Their passion, their own style, their creativity, all that just vanished when you chose money over love. Shame. You brought nothing but shame to the people who support you. I am saddened. I have been working on a digital portrait of you for the last week. I am so upset you would choose robots over real people. We took time out of our real lives to create art for you. I am so happy as an artist I never drew you. I wouldn't like to have someone I admire to spit on my art and choose a soulless machine. Alana's comments were filled with artists all stating how disappointed they were in Alana for choosing to to partner with Meta and promote AI, saying they betrayed the entire art community and didn't deserve any support from artists at all, which is genuinely justified since most of the people who were leaving posts under Alana's videos after their "Draw Me Please" video went viral seemed to be mostly artists, and Alana had somehow indirectly grown a fan base filled with a lot of artists that had been making fan art of them over and over again. Now, knowing you already have a fan base filled with artists, and well, since you have also been on the internet for a while and are quite aware with what has been going on with AI and the art community, and you have seen that artists and the art community have actively been battling against AI and desperately opposing the use of AI generated images to make art, and knowing this, you still chose to promote an AI generative model to your audience, which is basically filled with a lot of artists. That is just a backhanded slap to every single artist that supported you, cheered you on, and even made fan art for you as well. After the Meta collaboration, Alana continued posting videos on TikTok and Instagram as if nothing happened, and was even ignoring the comments from artists who were asking Alana to respond to the situation or at least make an apology for betraying the art community. And when their pleas were met with silence, they kept on leaving more and more comments under Alana's post to the point where Alana limited the number of comments under their post on Instagram. So now you can't even leave a comment or try to call them out on their post on Instagram, and even if you did, it will probably just end up being ignored or deleted. A lot of artists tried to reach out to Alana or at least speak with them regarding the situation, and one artist ended up getting Alana to respond to them in their DMs. You physically cannot share your followers' art while shitting on them by partnering with AI to create art. You're so tone deaf, it's insane. I'm just a girl out here making a living. It's my first big brand collaboration and this is my job. Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, it makes sense that it's your first collab, and I get it since I also make videos and do collabs as well. But doing a collab and knowing fully well beforehand that it's going to be harmful to your audience, especially because it's promoting the use of generative AI to make art and your audience is primarily filled with a lot of artists, wouldn't it just make sense to politely decline and maybe wait till you get a bigger and better collaboration? Especially since you claim to respect artists and seem to share similar values with artists. Wouldn't that just make more sense? I need money to keep creating my own art which people love. There is no creator fund in Australia. Okay, that's fair. But you know what there is in Australia and every other country? YouTube. Just post your videos on YouTube. You're already successful on other platforms, so naturally you're bound to do well on YouTube and gradually start earning ad revenue with time, and after that you can then start getting more sponsorships. This is just textbook stuff. This isn't about making a living, it's about how you're making such living. Your whole Renaissance Look platform was built by thousands of artists who drew you for free and boosted your profile. Partnering with Meta AI to promote machine-made art tells those same people they're replaceable. That's why this feels so tone deaf. Exactly. No matter how much you look at it, promoting AI and then saying, oh, you don't use AI at all, or that you don't support the use of AI to make art, just looks bad. It definitely won't sit well with any artist, even if you try to tell them you did it because you needed money. You do have choices. With your reach, you could pick sponsors that don't undermine human artists. Saying beggars can't be choosers while benefiting from free creative labor is such a bad look. Exactly. Which is why you should get sponsors that actually encourage artists to draw and make art for them, like today's sponsor, Opera. Opera GX is one of the fastest and safest browsers with a ton of new features to make your experience surfing the internet unique and entertaining. Opera GX also has a new feature called GX Mods, which allows you to customize your browser however you want and change pretty much everything to your liking. You can modify your background music to suit your mood, change your keyboard sound and the colors of the browser to something quirky, and even replace your background wallpaper to something that inspires you every time you look at it. Like this wallpaper I drew for everyone who watches my videos and enjoys my art. And now you can have my art as your background wallpaper for free. For this one, I took the Opera GX man and drew him taking a quiet moment sipping some fruit juice and reading Brain Rot. I started off drawing a simple sketch and using perspective lines to make sure that the elements in the background all follow the same perspective. Next, I cleaned up the lines with my inking brush and then start off painting in the background using a large brush and some light gray to show where the light is coming from before adding some color. Then I added some highlights and a bit of haze to separate him and the couch from the background. Next, I used a square brush to paint in the shadows and light on the GX man and a rim light hitting him from the side to make him pop out some more. After that, I used some scatter texture brushes to add some texture and variety to the painting and then add some adjustment layers to finish it off. I hope everyone loves the wallpaper as much as I do and also enjoys using it as well. It was really fun to make, so make sure to download the wallpaper from the link in the description. The good folks at Opera are excited for you to try out GX mods and all the new features Opera has, so stop using boring browsers and get a browser that's better at literally everything.
And now you can download Opera GX through the link in the description and also download my personal mod that comes with my wallpaper through the GX store using Opera.
All the links will be in the description, and a big thank you to Opera for sponsoring this video. If you want to support the community that helped you grow, decline AI art promos, pay human artists for collabs, and make it clear you don't endorse replacing their work with AI generators. Do not use our work to sell our replacement. It seemed as if Alana gained a platform of hardworking artists who were just making free art for them and then out of nowhere landed a sponsorship deal, then promoting the use of AI generative art to the same artists. It genuinely sounds so unbelievable to me that they will even contemplate doing that. You built your platform off the backs of artists who saw something human and inspiring in you, and now you're cashing that in to promote what threatens their livelihoods. That's not just making a living, that's hypocrisy. You can't claim to love art and then help the same corporations that are gutting it. At some point, you have to decide whether you stand with the people who made you or the machine that's replacing you. Oh my god, the person who wrote this comment is cooking. Who made this? Cookie wet fart, you bastard. You're cooking, Cookie. And then Alana responds with the most out of touch remark I have read in the longest while ever. If any artist paid me to collaborate, of course I would. What? You've literally been getting hundreds of fan art and drawings made of you for free. None of the artists making art for you asked for anything in return. They were just doing it because they truly appreciated what you did and were just being nice, and possibly also wanted to participate in the challenge and make something they were proud of. What even is this statement? But until then, artists are mutually benefiting with an outreach of 5,000 to 10,000 story viewers. But I also need money to live. We all do. I hope you can understand this is my career. Oh Lord. Alana then goes on to explain how they just needed to make a living and were not selling their soul. And even when Cookie Fart made a remark about them not being apologetic, Alana just responded saying there was nothing to be apologetic for and that artists should not attach themselves to the paid partnership sales since it's just a way for them to make a living from their own art. Well, for one, it seems Alana didn't quite understand why artists were calling them out, and even after reading all the comments and carefully curating and removing the ones that were a little bit too negative, they still couldn't figure out what all the hate was about. You're literally promoting something that is harmful to not just the artist supporting you, but every other person in other creative field as well. What's so hard to understand in that? Alana then left a comment under one of their videos after the comments and call out posts started getting out of hand, saying they understood why the art community was enraged and that they were going to take accountability and discuss with their team for any partnerships in the future, which for one seems like a step in the right direction. Alana also said they had big exciting plans for every single artist who made fan art for them, and I'm really curious as to what those plans could end up being. They still had a little back and forth with Cookie Fart, with Alana making posts saying they don't use AI, which is weird since they practically use AI to generate art of them in that partnership video, and then they were also endorsing it since it was basically what the entire partnership was about. Speaking about partnerships, if you enjoy videos like this and want to watch more so we can become partners, you should subscribe. I post weekly and talk about art, things happening in the art community, and other things of that nature. If that's something you find interesting, just hit that little subscribe button and join the family. I also stumbled on a few other posts who called Alana out for not just partnering and promoting the use of AI generative art, but also being mildly racist and being a white nationalist. And like, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
You know, this is a thing I don't expect to do again, but here we are. Today, we are calling out on the content creator Alana28. Alana28 is a content creator who became popular after a bunch of artists who drew fan art of her because how she looked as though she came straight out of a Renaissance era painting. Things went downhill when she started promoting AI, which had many artists who drew fan art of her felt betrayed and backstabbed. This has led to many to dig out what other bad things she had done, and oh god, it's much worse than people can imagine. She is openly anti-immigration, she's a Zionist, and straight up a racist who does actual blackface. Don't even try to defend this. This is actual blackface. Yes, you'll look really stupid doing this. As of now, she is just spiraling out of control, complaining about all the quote-unquote harassment and bullying she gets when, she is the most awful person you could imagine. This video was helped put together by my friend Elise Andra for providing me necessary information and screenshots for this video. Please check them out and support them whenever you can, and thank you for watching.
A lot of the comments under this post all seem to mention either having noticed Alana leaving inappropriate comments under political posts or just leaving suggestive remarks about race and whatnot, which is such a huge turnoff, especially now that they also made this collaboration with Meta AI and the entire art community came out against them. Well, finally Alana made a long hearty apology to the art community and everyone else who was calling them out for the long list of things they had done, and the apology reads as such: I understand and am sorry to have let the art community down with the collaborative post with Meta AI, but I assure you it was a one-off advertisement contract which has now been seized of action with the post taken down. I most certainly needed to research the existential harm that AI is doing, and that is on me alone pursuing education. It most certainly is evident the drastic environmental impact, water scarcity, and an uncertain future. This did open my eyes to the vast scale my signed agreement had, and I appreciate the ones holding an open and respectful conversation surrounding this. I promise I will never be working with an artistic AI again. No artworks have been fed to AI, only images of myself. I most certainly know the amount of effort, compassion, and time put within an artwork and value each and every one being qualified an artist myself. I am sorry to the black community I have upset with this look. I had no intentions for blackface and admittedly did no research to blackface prior. In saying so, I am sorry. Now, realizing how serious this is, all videos should be taken down. The last photo is still standing to see and will be removed the following day posting this. I see the error in how it may be perceived getting feedback from a member of the black community over how I could have done a silver lipstick instead. That is certainly a wise idea. No, I am not a Zionist. No, I am not a white supremacist. I am against illegal migrants. I am not aligned with any extremist groups or ideologies. I am truly sorry for the ones offended by this. I will not tolerate any further bullying toward myself or fellow beautiful artist accounts who have drawn me. The amount of death threats received over the past week is overwhelming, but I forgive you. Do not drag down artists you are preaching to support in hopes to spite me. I will continue posting fan art and supporting artists as I am a qualified artist myself and have always supported other artists from the beginning. If you wish for your artwork to not be featured within highlights following the Meta AI controversy, please DM me removed. So far, Alana has moved on from the controversy, and while their comments are still limited on Instagram, it's clear some people were still leaving comments under their videos calling them out. I think it's a good thing Alana cleared the air and apologized for the Meta AI partnership and every other issue people were calling out on. I do feel like the apology seems genuine and Alana really means it. And while some people will naturally feel otherwise and have even started unfollowing Alana, I do believe everyone deserves a second chance and should be forgiven if they are genuine and truly mean they're sorry. I truly hope Alana eventually gets over the drama. Please, no one should send them any more hate or leave any comments under their videos. They're already dealing with enough negativity as it stands, and we don't want to be a community that spreads more negativity to others. Let's all hope this was just one gigantic mistake that will possibly never happen again. Well, it looks like you made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, share the video with a friend, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. With all that being said, I'll see all you pretty penguins in the next video. Bye.